I wanted to do a video today on how to get the most out of the McGraw-Hill resources. And what we need to do first is go to Google. And then we can do a search. And if we just put connect in, it will come up. And here we see McGraw-Hill Connect. I'm going to put in my login credentials. Now we have the entire site at our disposal. And what I'd like you all to do is just simply click on the September course and then view it as a student. And you'll see that I have Learn Smarts set up for you all. And I had them grouped just like the way we've gone over them in our online class. The first 4 chapters, and then I have an assignment for you to do. And again, this is more for practice than for a grade or anything along those lines. But I want you to take advantage of the tremendous resources offered by McGraw-Hill. There we go. Now we've got the Smart Book. And so this is chapter 1. And what we can do is we can start to navigate through chapter 1. Okay. And we can use our navigation keys down here and just go through the pages. We can play around with it and increase the size of the screen. Okay. Okay, we can decrease the size of the screen. We can put table of contents over here. Okay, if you wanted to, you could leave Learn Smart. You can increase the size of your type. Okay, you can move all of that around. Okay, let's go back over here. Okay, oops. There we go. Now we've maximized the size. And so we can read through the chapter. And it's going to talk about how medical terminology is made from Greek and Latin terms, like we've talked about. And we can read through all of these Greek and Latin terms. And one of the unique things about this is that we can actually highlight the most important information or turn the highlighting off if you want to kind of take it on your own. Okay. And so here we are at an exercise. Whoops, I skipped way too many pages. That's why I didn't see the highlights. But here we can see material that's highlighted, and that's emphasizing what's the most important information to gather from each chapter. So the highlighted information is the meat and potatoes of each chapter. Now as you're going through the chapters as well, you'll also see practice, and this is where a little coach will pop up, and they are going to talk to you about how to get the most out of the information that you're posting. Now I've already worked on this a little bit, and I'm already to most way through the questions.
The practice phase will help you reinforce your comprehension of what you have just read. Once all the questions that SmartBook has collected for you so far have been answered correctly, you will be prompted to read more. You complete your assignment by going back and forth between reading and practicing, but you can do it at the pace you prefer. Prompts from SmartBook will recommend an activity. You can choose whether or not you want to follow the recommendation.
And so this is one of the tools that is, again, an excellent resource for use on the McGraw-Hill site. And so if I go in here and answer my question, and I think I have a pretty good idea of it, okay, I can keep going on. The Old English term meaning an angular shape is, well, what if I don't know that? I can actually click over here, an Old English, breathe, an Old English word meaning a single cycle of inhaling and exhaling. Here we go, knee, an Old English word meaning an angular shape. Today it refers to the joint, a Latin word for junction between the upper and lower leg. So then we can go back and we can type in knee. And I better know it now since I just went to the chapter, and we're good to go. Blank is a Latin term meaning to remember. What if I don't remember that one? Okay. A Latin term to remember. And we see record, a Latin word meaning to remember. A medical record is a written account of a patient's medical history. So I can go back here and cheat a little bit and answer it. And we can just continue going on. An Old English term meaning buttocks. Let's say we think we know this one. Okay. Okay. In that case, I didn't need to go back to the chapter because I knew it was breech, and I typed it in and it was okay. And we can keep making our way through the reading, and if we decide we want to just go back to reading, okay, we can read, okay, and be making our way through the chapter. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of coach you up a little bit on how to get the most out of the resources that you have access to with this course. The McGraw-Hill information is extremely strong, and I've set the class up again not to be a graded type class, but more a class for meaning and understanding medical terminology and the anatomy and physiology of the human body that you will encounter on a daily basis when you're abstracting data from a patient's medical record. So I wanted to set you guys up with a strong resource, so even when I wasn't working with you, you would still have a coach and resources at your disposal to help you learn this material. Many of the exercises that I've set up for you actually have words to type, so you'll get into the habit of typing the words properly, spelling them properly. There are also tutorials that give you the actual pronunciation of terms, and that allows you to make sure that you're using the word correctly. But I just wanted to give you guys this little heads up on how to get the most out of the McGraw-Hill resources for this course.